We filed House Bill 9887. This is to beef up uh, the support assistance for the victims of the quake in Mindanao. We are hoping to add additional 15 billion pesos in order to, again, facilitate the immediate releases of packages, support to others, to sectors that have been victimized or have been affected by the recent quake in Mindanao. And hopefully, we are encouraging our members to also support this measure. As I believe the Malacanang, the president, is actually focused on providing assistance to the victims of Mindanao. This will actually add up to intention of the administration to really go down to the grassroots level where the effects of the quake has been felt terribly. No? Just to give you an update on apart from uh, the the other legislations that we have actually tackled in today's special session.
Sir, any other matter?
Yeah,
Sir, si lead prosecutor Jerv Luisio earlier said, sinabi po niya na importante na makapag-elect na ng SP, Senate President ang Senado bago sana mag-umpisa ang impeachment trial. Ngayon po na-elect na si Senator Willie Villar. Ano po ang stand niya or komento ng House Prosecution?
well, anything that would resolve the dispute in the Senate leadership is a welcome development po sa House of Representatives. No? So now we are sensing and we are seeing a stability and normalcy in the Senate. So this is a welcome development, and now that the Senate has resolved the leadership issue, we also hope that the Senate can focus now with its constitutional duty to proceed with impeachment trial without necessary delay, no? And other distractions. So we congratulate the election of Senator Win Gatchalian as the duly elected Senate President.
Sir, how about yung consensus daw po, according to Senator Lacson? Ang consensus daw ng majority ay si Senator Cheese Escudero ang napipisi nilang acting or presiding officer ng impeachment court.
Again, we will maintain our respect to our co-equal branch ng Senate. This is an internal matters that are to be discussed by among the senators. So mayroon naman po silang institutional independence to carry out internal affairs if they so decide to amend their Senate rules. For example, then that's within the discretion of the members of the Senate. So we will fully comply with whatever is the decision of the impeachment court. Kung sino po ang upo dyan as presiding officer, ang sa House prosecution team is that we want a speedy and also a impartial trial para po mabigyan natin ng sagot yung lahat ng mga katanungan ng ating taong bayan at may matapos na po itong kumbaga for the soonest possible time so we can actually put closure on the matter of impeachment. So kung sino man po ay yung upo dyan as a presiding officer, again, with the House prosecution team would comply and would respect the institutional independence of the Senate.
The Prosec panel po is confident na magkakaroon ng impartial trial even if si Jesus Escudero po yung presiding officer, lalo with what happened to the first impeachment case ng impeachment.
It's water under the bridge. No, we're talking about this new impeachment complaint, and now that the Senate has convened as an impeachment court, we are fully confident that whoever sits there as a presiding officer, because of the degree and the volume of evidence that we will provide and we will present to the court, we are confident that we can actually get this through, and whoever sits there as a presiding officer will not really affect the the volume and the number of evidence and the potential witnesses that we will present to the impeachment.
Sir, meron kayong press release kanina umaga. Parang may mga observations kayo sa pre-trial brief ng defense.
Yes, kasi ang napansin po natin, yung medyo voluminous po yung kanilang sinubmit na pre-trial brief. But if you look at it actually, in-adapt nila yung lahat ng mga evidence at saka yung mga potential witnesses na ipoprovide natin. So wala talaga silang naipresenta doon. Kung na specific na mga counter evidences, that would actually, actually counter the evidence that we have provided under provided under the articles of impeachment, which we actually submitted as part of our pre-trial brief. So, yun nga eh, parang it's lack of we expect that it would be specific, detailing kung ano po yung magiging defense nila, but unfortunately what they have provided is actually lack of substance, no. So sabi nga nila parang ampaw, no. Tinimbang ka ngunit kulang.
Pero sir, will the House Prosecution Panel object yun pong mga witnesses na nakalista doon sa pre-trial brief po ng defense na pareho lang dun po sa prosecution team?
Palagay po namin talagang wala po silang may sasubmit dahil wala talaga silang, doon po makikita kung anong magiging strategy at anong magiging flow ng kanilang depensa. Pero yung sinabit po nila na pre-trial brief, mukhang ang gusto nila is i-adapt nila yung mga ebidensya at i-adapt nila yung mga witnesses natin. It only goes to say that maybe they don't have really an answer to this allegation, and they are actually not willing to answer these allegations. Dalawa kasi yan eh, walang sagot at ayaw talagang sagutin. So we just we'll see kung ano po yung magiging pag-uusap sa pre-trial conference bukas.
Kung yung sa supplemental budget, of course, ngayon nyo lang to na file, of course, are you expecting na mapapasa to within the coming few months or after siguro after or nung pag second session na tayo?
Sana, no? Kasi this is actually in line with the intention of the administration to support the victims of the quake. So, sana mapag-usapan ito. In fact, meron na pong batas din, panukalang batas sa Senado. This is an counterpart from what I believe the Senate, one of the members of the Senate actually filed the same version. Kasi naiintindihan natin at nakita naman natin that this is the strongest quake ever recorded. So, talagang kailangan natin magkaroon ng mas sustainable, as much dedicated na allocation of funding para doon sa mga nasiraan at nabiktima ng biktima itong quake na to sa Mindanao. So, I hope we can gather support from the members.
Kung meron
in the
pa po
House.
ba tayong pagpupunan ng pondo dito sa 15 billion?
Meron naman po. So we will try to, kaya nga supplemental budget, we will try to look at possible possible collection kasi meron naman talagang other revenues that coming in, diba? And we hope that we can actually identify these possible sources so we can legislate and we can allocate funding dedicated for the rehabilitation of Mindanao, especially those areas that have been affected greatly by the quake.
Kung last question na lang, kasi ito, sa committee naman sa suffer, kasi sinabi Comelec Chairman George Aaron Garcia na parang kulang daw yata yung pondo nila for the special elections, especially nga merong
Special election saan?
Sa Cavite, yung sa 4th District, 200 million daw ang kailangan. Would you push for supplemental budget din ba doon sa sinasabi nilang special election na gagawin ng Comelec doon sa 4th District ng Cavite? Because yun nga, parang they want to push through with the special election.
Anyway, let's ako para sa akin naman is any district that has no representation in the House of Representatives deserves to have a representation. Ayaw naman natin din ma-disenfranchise yung isang distrito, no? At titingnan po natin kasi right now I still have to see kung meron pong nag-file sa Appropriations Committee. Hindi po natin alam kung how much really is needed since that's coming from the COMELEC. So I presume that talagang may kulang. So let's see kung ano po yung magiging move. Of course, number one, it has to be first have a request, no? Para mapag-usapan yun sa committee as to the necessary budget para doon sa special election. Pero sa ngayon, kung di ako nagkakamali, wala pa naman akong nakita o narinig na merong plano na magkaroon ng special election sa Dasmariñas.